What is up, you guys? It's Aisling. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day wherever in the world you are. Today I'm going to be testing out an eyeshadow palette which was sent out to me by Kat Von D's PR, and I just did, or I'm doing, a review of the foundation. They just sent me out the palette, the foundation, and then a couple of other little products to try out, so I thought I might give this palette a go on camera for you guys. I believe this palette came out, I want to say, around October or November, so it's on the market a little while. I just didn't know anything about it until I got it in PR recently. Kat Von D sold her brand to Kendo, which also owned Fenty and a couple of other makeup brands. I thought that was just a little bit of information for you guys. I'm going to open up this palette now. I am definitely going to butcher some of the names in it because I'm reading the back of it. It tells you all the names of the shadows. This is called the Lolita Vida palette. This is what the palette looks like. It's so pretty, actually. Such nice packaging. Kind of your standard Kat Von D type packaging. On the inside it looks like this, so you get a big mirror, and then they are the shadows. All the names are written on the back as well, and they're also written underneath the shadows, which I find really helpful. I really want to just swatch these like glittery shadows or whatever they are, pressed colors. There's just those three. Aren't they so pretty? This is like a pressed glitter. It's so pretty. I'm really loving those shades. But obviously, as you guys can see, if you know what I'm like, you'll know that this color right here is calling to me, which is called Carino. I'm just not going to say any names anymore because I really don't want to be butchering the Spanish language. It's not like my forte, and let's not try. This is Lolita por Vida, which I can pronounce. Lovely color down here. So some of these shades are gorgeous. I am going to swatch the entire palette for you, but I think I might just do a look with you guys just to see what it's like, test out the shades. So let's see how we get on with this palette. I'm going to prime my eyelids with this L'Oreal Infallible concealer. I just really like this to prime my eyelids. It's a step that I've been doing again lately. I skipped priming my eyelids there for the longest time. I just wasn't feeling it, and now I'm back priming the eyelids. Gonna blend that out with my finger. You can use whatever primer you have, or don't use a primer, whatever you feel that you want to go with. I'm going to take some cosmetics tape. This is designed for your eyes, and it's from Pennies, and it's great. Just gonna stick that down. So there is no setting shade in this, or no cream shade, which doesn't really bother me, but then again it kind of does a little bit. So instead I'm going to take my Soft Glam. I'm going to take Tempura, and I'm just going to apply that all over the lid just to kind of set my base and just act as something for the eyeshadows to stick to, I guess. So I'm going to take the shade Sylvia down here, and it's just a really pale brown shade. I will move forward for you guys in a mere moment, but I mean, I'm doing such a subtle step at the moment, it's probably not necessary. So I'm just going to whack that through my crease, standing on the outer corner. It's a nice peachy shade. Wow, that's actually a lot darker than I first anticipated. That does not look like it's going to be that dark. It's like sunset orange shade almost. Oh, good God. So the first time using these eyeshadows, I feel like they're really smooth on the eye. Really easy to blend. These shadows remind me a little bit of the ABH eyeshadows. They're not like worlds apart, the way that they blend, the way that they add pigmentation to the lid, and I really like the eyeshadow. I'm surprised at the amount of pigmentation I'm getting off it. I feel like the pigmentation is nearly better than Anastasia Beverly Hills, but we're going to see how we get on with them throughout the day as well. Okay, so I've done the crease. I'm going to move in for you guys, and we're going to work on a little bit more shadows. Okay, I'm going to add a bit more depth to the eyes. I'm going to go in with Lolita por Vida, which is this one down here, and I'm just going to pop that through my crease, just a little bit underneath that kind of corally orangey shade. So I'm just going to pop this in the outer corner, and I think I'm going to bring this through my crease as well. I'm just taking a little bit of this at a time because I'm really not sure of how pigmented it is, but you can always build up, whereas you cannot take away. Well, you can, but it's a bit of a struggle. I'm not sure whether I want to go heavier with that eye, so I'm just going to go on this eye first, and then we'll see. It's such a pretty color, like a really pretty color. I'm going to go in with this shade up here, which is kind of like a dark plummy brown shade, which is called Carino. And I'm going to apply that on the outer portion of my eye out here. And I'm just going to really build that up, build up the intensity, because I'm going to bring it along my lash line and just kind of really focus it on the outer corner. So it's not like super dark, but it does give you like a really deep plummy brown shade, which I really like. I feel like I lost a bit of that Lolita shade, so I'm just going to take that into the inner corner again, just to bring it back up. And then again with the initial kind of peachy shade, Sylvia, I'm just going to go over top with that. I'm going to take my cut crease canvas from Makeup Revolution just to cut out the crease in the inner portion of the eye. So I'm just going to put a bit of this down. I always get this in my eyelashes. I'm going to blend that out over the eyeshadow just to create like a blank canvas there. I'm going to go in with the shade Luna, which is this shade here, and I'm just going to pop that into the inner portion of my eye. Weird because the consistency of this is kind of like creamy. It's super pretty, so I'm just going to pop that there. And then I really want to go in with this shade Reina here, so I'm just going to take that on a flat brush and pray that this doesn't fall down my face. Oh my god, it's so pretty. God, I love that colour. It's such a nice glitter. I don't even think on camera this is showing up as glittery as it is in real life. This is gorgeous. And no fallout down my face. Very happy about that. Okay, so I'm going to leave those shadows where they are. And I'm going to work on building up this outer corner just a bit more with this shade here. I'm just going to keep building it up because I feel like I've lost a bit of intensity with it and stuff, just with the glitter. I just want to overlap a bit of the shadow. Just make sure it blends a bit more seamlessly and just give a bit more depth out there. Next, I'm going to take this shade here. Just kind of like a goldy shade. It's called Preciso. I'm going to apply that just to the inner portion of my eye on both sides. And maybe a little bit underneath my brow bone. I'm going to add some gel liner, and this is my Inglot gel liner, and I'm just going to take it on a little winged brush. This is from Sigma and it's the E06 brush. I'm just going to use that to apply. Again, I'm really sorry about the noise outside. It will stop soon, hopefully. I'll bring the wing the whole way into the inner corner of my eye as well. I'm going to apply some of the shade Sylvia underneath my eye now. I'm just going to blend it out all underneath here. With the big fluffy brush, I'm not worried about being too precise. I'm next going to take Lolita or Vida, and I'm just going to apply that just kind of towards my lash line. And then the outer corner, I'm going to take Carino, that dark brown shade, and I'm just going to place that here. And I'm going to add some of that black gel liner into my waterline. I haven't done this in ages. I usually do brown, but I just want it to be a bit more severe. Why not? Okay guys, so that is the completed eye look. I am super impressed with this palette. I really like it. I am so impressed with how easy and blendable the eyeshadows were, and I just thought that the color selection is just like very different to any palettes that I have already. Like obviously there's a lot of variation in here. There's like a lot of warm looks you can do with this palette. I love the glitters. I was really surprised when I applied the glitter to my eye that none of it actually fell down my face, which was a bit unusual because generally when I apply any sort of glitter I expect like a little bit of fallout onto my face, but I got absolutely none. I just really like the color selection. I think this is going to go into my everyday makeup. I love these shades here. Chewy's gone ape. I think there must be like politicians at the door. Back to the palette. I think that the eyeshadows are just so gorgeous. I really want to try this purple shade in a look as well, like kind of more of the purples. And then I love this kind of warm red brown. Oh, it looks so nice. I really like these like mauvey pink shades also. And I'm just super impressed with the quality, how blendable the shadows were, how easy they were to work with on my eye, and just the pigmentation of the shadows in general. I just think that they're really gorgeous. I highly recommend this palette, especially if you want to try something different in your collection. Then these shadows would be the ones that I would go towards. I think this palette's kind of for everyone because of how easy it was to blend. So if you're a newbie, this would be a great eyeshadow to start with because there is so many kind of just neutral shades in it. And then you have like pops of purple and like more of the cranberry shades and stuff in it as well to add a little bit of a different eye look. It's definitely different to any of my other neutral palettes. I will do a swatch of every single shade so you can kind of see what they all look like. I just really like how compact it is as well. It's small as eyeshadow palettes go because there's an Anastasia one, so it's kind of like similar size lengthwise. It's just a little bit taller, but I love it. And yeah, I have nothing really else I want to say about it. I'm gonna head on to the swatches next so you guys can see what the colors look like. I hope you guys really enjoyed those swatches and the tutorial and kind of a little bit of a mini review on it. I will be using it for the rest of January and probably into February, so I'll give you more of a insight into it. I think this would be really like some romantic look as well for like maybe Valentine's Day, but I think I'm going to use it again and just do another look with it, maybe like a Valentine's look for you guys if you're interested in that. So thank you again for watching today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel get my videos out there. Anyway, I will talk to all you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.